Hi there, this is Stieg. I wanted to talk to you just a little bit. I have been crunching the numbers for June and I'm pretty much done. However, I haven't had a chance to record the monthly video. So I thought I would do kind of a condensed video here for you as a piecemeal. So let's just take a look at some of the numbers. So when it comes to new listings, how is the South? By the way, I'm going to reduce myself. That's just kind of ride along with me for the next minute or two. So Southwest Suburban is what we're talking about. And for the month of June, for new listings, there was 628. You can see with the peaks over the last 5 years, kind of where they peak out, which is pretty much June, July sometimes. So the total number of homes for sale is very similar to what it has been in the previous years, very similar. So, but healthy and or coming back, so to speak, from some of the lulls that were caused by higher interest rates and a few other things, but predominantly higher interest rates. So when it comes to pending sales, they are up about 10%. So 462. And if you go back, you can see that it is a higher mark and it is a good mark as far as amount of activity. So closed sales, very similar, if not even peaking right now. So our closed sales are up 12% over month to month. So existing homes, no new construction, and all homes combined. So market time right now, we're running at about 14 days of a median. That means that the homes on the median are selling in 14 days. Half of them are selling faster, half of them are selling slower than 14 days. And you can see that that is a very low number. And by the way, on this arch, it's going to be the low side. Showings depending, the median amount of showings that it took to sell a home right now in the Southwest Metro is 9. That's not very many showings. Some of those 9 showings can come one day, but usually it's at least a few days. But just to understand, the pending has to do with whether or not there's an inspection. 75-ish% of the time, buyers are getting inspections. And if they're not, that's still in that number as well. So, but that number contains the point of pending. In other words, these homes, after 9 showings or after 11 days or 14 days, whatever it was, what was it? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. This is a pretty live thing, and I hope that you enjoy it, and maybe you won't. I don't know. But I do know that it's good information. So showings depending, we are at 9, and you can see over the hall, it took a long time in January of 22 to sell a home. It took 22 showings. So now let's look at price per square foot. This is where, to me, it gets even more interesting. I'm going to slip over to average because I think average is better in this context. So right now we're at $246 a square foot, and that would be average. And we kind of go across, we can kind of see that this is good and or peaking out. And I think we could even go out farther. We could go out 10 years. That'd be fun. Okay, I'll move me. And so we go back 10 years and it's like, okay, $246 a square foot. And this is finished square feet, by the way. And when we first started this, or when this is, it's January of 16. I think that's not, we should do the middle of, there we go. June of 2017 was $163. So it's been up 0.8% just over the year. But price per square foot has definitely gone up and it's going in the right directions for sellers. And this is one of the reasons why the interest rates are not as pummeling to the marketplace, because people have equity and they're moving up generally and not moving down. So let's look at percentage of list price. Now, this is another interesting statistic. We're going to look at averages, and this is all property types. Okay. And I don't know if we want to go back that many years, but I want to show you something in a differential. This is really important. So this is percent of original price. So this is how much a seller has gotten for their home based on the original list price. Okay. So what is that percentage and what is that average? Now for single families, it is 99.9. And that's, again, Chaska, Victoria, Minnetonka, Eden Prairie, Bloomington. And I think that's it. So there you have it. 99.9% of the price sellers are getting it right now for single family homes in the West Metro. This is, statistics as of June. Townhouse condos, however, 97.7. So what is that saying? It's saying, well, number one, townhomes and condos generally don't get as much of a percentage of their list price. That's a fact by its nature. Also, there's more of them. You think about Minnetonka or Bloomington or even Eden Prairie to that extent. a third to half of the marketplace could be condos and townhomes. And because of the HOA and because of a number of other things, it just takes longer to sell. So if you've never seen a monthly, look into the monthlies because I'll talk about those closing costs and concessions and things of that nature because the average seller is giving 2 to 4% of their closing price. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. So I hope you enjoyed it. By the way, if we're going to look at sales price, this will be interesting. So we're going to look at sales price over the last 5 years. Right now, the median is $300,125, up 3.5% year over year. So if we go back to June of 25, it's just up from 295. So it's not crazy. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this. I know I did. I know this wasn't perfect, but you know what? I'm not perfect. I am a very good real estate agent. Been doing 30 years now, but I mostly just love to help people and I love to make money to support my family and my 2 dogs and my 4 chickens and even my wife. No, that sounds kind of cheesy, doesn't it? Anyway, hope you're having a great day. Enjoy July and you will see the monthly reports coming out soon. Bye-bye.